What's up, everybody? Welcome back to ID Sports. It's a green screen. Nope, I lied. It's a white screen, but who cares? You guys don't pay attention to what's behind me. Anyway, the Cavaliers and the Celtics played a playoff atmosphere-like game at TD Garden. It was a big win and a major statement win for the Celtics, who were struggling royally against royal to elite teams in the NBA at this point. Look, they beat up on the bad teams. They do their job against any of the bottom half opponents. It's why they're number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, but they were struggling mightily, 3-12 entering this game against the combination of the Warriors, the Raptors, the Cavaliers, the Rockets, the Clippers. So they needed this win, and it does mean something. There's a lot to does the regular season mean anything? No. But I wanted to kind of go into detail about a couple of the plays. First of all, they won by 4, and Deron Williams missed. Man, I wonder if Deron Williams is going to make it to the playoffs after that miss. I wonder if they're like, well, we could just go and probably get Brandon Jennings before the Wizards do, right? Right? They're also welcoming Andrew Bogut this weekend. Derek Williams has looked pretty good for the Cavaliers so far, and they're still without J.R. Smith. But excuses aside, they won a game with a couple of factors at play. LeBron still had a triple-double, which is a big statement, because that means LeBron played well. He wasn't playing playoff defense, but he did play well, like he does pretty much night in, night out. And Avery Bradley's lockdown defense on Kyrie Irving, we saw the same type of lockdown defense with Clay against Kyrie Irving last year and during Christmas Day basketball, yet Kyrie makes those shots. So as Matt Moore pointed out in his CBS article today, as you guys know, I read Matt Moore pretty regularly, so I'm not ever going to steal his words. I don't steal anybody's words. I cite my sources. However, in this case, he was saying you can't blame Kyrie for missing that shot when we've seen him make it time and time and time and time again. And what I mean is Game 5 NBA Finals, Game 7 NBA Finals, Christmas Day, with players like Klay Thompson guarding him. So Avery Bradley, yes, he's as much of a lockdown defender as the best, wings and guard-to-guard one-on-one defenders in the league. And this is why the Celtics, we kept saying over and over and over again, that the combination of creative head coaching in Brad Stevens, now an elite scorer in Isaiah Thomas, and Marcus Smart and Avery Bradley to pretty much shut down your backcourt if they really want to, at any point makes the Celtics a super dangerous team and maybe a Cavs killer. More so than the Raptors, because the Raptors don't have that defensive front, and they just lost Kyle Lowry. So the Celtics are probably this year's Raptors. Not going to count out the Raptors, especially if Lowry's back for the postseason. Just saying that's a really fun 7-game series, and the Celtics versus the Cavaliers I think would be another really fun 6-game series. Sorry, Celtics fans. But in this case, so Isaiah Thomas in the fourth quarter, he wasn't Mr. Fourth Quarter with the points. He was pulling what LeBron does in the fourth quarter. Find the open man to take the easy three. The Celtics nailed 6 straight three-pointers on back-to-back-to-back. I think there was one break and then back-to-back possessions in crunch time when it mattered the most. And Thomas was getting double-teamed. They were throwing everything at him because they don't want Thomas to get shots off. So what do? He finds Jay Crowder, and then he finds Avery Bradley. And that paid off very well for the Celtics. A win, a statement win on their home court. It was worth noting. Some fun stuff that happened during the game. Bill Belichick is inquiring about signing LeBron James or any of the players on the court if it will cost less than Donta Hightower, as Barstool Sports put out in their tweet. Also, LeBron James said he slowed up to not put all of his body weight on Bill Belichick when he was almost going to fall on him, because you don't do that to a legend. Although I think it would have been hilarious if just Belichick kind of little elbow, maybe a little trip. Ever see the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where Larry David trips Shaq and then he cheats at categories? Awesome stuff. And then in addition to that, Isaiah Thomas after the game, quote, "Nobody holds me in check." I love this answer. People were like, is Isaiah Thomas being a bully now? He had 31 points. What the hell do you mean he was held in check? Held in check means you score way less than your average if you're an elite scorer. And they had him passing in the fourth quarter looking for the open man. So, okay, let's do the math here. He got 2 assists for 3 of those points and knocked down a 3. So if I'm doing the math correctly, that means he had a direct hand in 9 fourth quarter points with under 3 minutes left. So instead of holding him in check, the reporter should have asked, why were you still able to do what you did when the Cavs threw double teams at you, because you're an MVP candidate and we should be getting on our knees and bowing to you for your greatness at 5'9". No media member would ever ask that question. Maybe I would. Maybe give Isaiah Thomas the respect he deserves. We're fucking 50-something games into the season. He's going to finish 3rd in MVP voting, and maybe All-NBA first team, if not All-NBA second team for this season. So you were held in check. How? Exactly, because you weren't. And that's awesome. So good on Isaiah Thomas, good on IT, good on the Celtics. I could root for a Celtics-Cavs series. I'd root for a Celtics Raptors series. I'd root for a lot of great NBA playoff series that are going to come out of the Eastern Conference. Do not sleep on the Wizards like I did for the first 20 games of the season, because the last 30, they've been looking pretty good. Now that Brandon Jennings is out of the abyss, the sunken place, if you will, Get Out reference, what a fucking movie. Please go see it. Good on you, Jordan Peele. You should be nominated for an Oscar next year already, or at least like original screenplay or something, because it was awesome. Now that Brandon Jennings is out of the sunken place, the sunken place is, by the way, New York Knicks sports. That's the sunken place. They're all down there. They're really, really trying to get out, and Brandon Jennings finally crawled through the window, and maybe now that he's out of the despicable place, like, he'll be good. I mean, the truth is he's not good, but maybe with the Wizards, with some added depth, 10 minutes a game, he'll look all right. We have a lot of fun in the East. It's going to be interesting. With Kevin Durant out in the West, we have new narratives. Love the NBA. Comment below, like, favorite, and subscribe. You can follow me at JasonRubin91 on Twitter, at JasonRubin91 on Instagram. If you get me more followers than Francis and Hassan have combined, I will get them to delete their accounts.